South Carolina. Head coach Dawn Staley. Student athletes Tiffany Mitchell, Elena Coates, and Lisa Welch. We'll start with an opening statement from Coach Staley, and then we'll take questions for the student athletes.
Well, we gave God the glory when we made it to the Final Four. We'll give Him for the glory for the defeat. I thought our team did what they had to do to put themselves in a position to win the game. Fortunately for us, it came down to them making a play when they needed to make a play, and we didn't. But really proud of our effort, proud of the women that represent the University of South Carolina women's basketball team.
Questions for the student athletes down in front here.
Tiffany, on that final drive, I think, was it your ball from the tip, and just what were they showing you on defense? It seemed like you never got a clean look on that final try.
Just when I came off the ball screen, they was hedging, making it hard for me to try and find a shot. And I went to pass it, they deflected it, so I just had to throw something up at the end.
Question in the back there.
For Alicia, as much as you guys fought back tonight again and again and again, how tough is this one to handle?
Anytime you face your season ending, it's a tough pill to swallow. I credit us, I credit my teammates for, still fighting and never dropping their heads. And, I think a lot of people thought we were down and out in the second half. So, but it's always tougher to swallow. When you put so much effort and energy and you don't come out with a win.
Question here.
Michelle Smith, ESPNW. Tiffany, can you talk about kind of the flow of the game? You guys, they would push out to a lead and then you guys would push back, but did it feel like it was an uphill battle for a lot of the game?
We started out slow. First half. Second half, I think we came out with a better start, but it's always hard trying to come from behind, especially on the team against Notre Dame.
Anything? One more here for the student athletes.
David Carvell, Charleston Post and Courier. Tiffany, when you have to come back like that again and again, how much does it take out of you, like in front end of the game situation?
We put ourselves in that position, so at that point, it really doesn't matter how much it takes out of us. We still have to do it. We still have to play. So I don't think we're thinking about being tired.
Anything else for student athletes right here?
Elena, can you talk a little bit about, for a first Final Four experience, did you feel like the big stage, was it nerves, do you think, at the beginning of the game was the reason why you guys got off to a slow start?
This is unfamiliar territory. I do credit nerves a little bit, but I do feel like we were able to, just suck it up and just get over all that. We're used to playing in front of big crowds, and we knew that our fans were there, and, we felt their energy, and we just went with it.
We have time for one more for the student athletes. Okay, we'll send them back to the locker room. The South Carolina locker room will remain open until 9:14. The Notre Dame locker room is currently open now as well. That will close at 9:15. We'll take questions for Coach Staley. We'll start right here with Michelle.
Dawn, can you talk about the start of the game, and did you think it was nerves?
I don't think it was nerves as much as just as much as we started, the Sweet 16 and the Elite 8. That's kind of what's been happening to us, and it's just bad play, just bad decisions at the beginning of the game, and you think with the five that we do start, they've been in situations like this last year and this year, and put ourselves in a position to overcome a slow start. So I don't know what the answer is, but I don't think it was nerves. I think our players were really ready to play. They just made bad decisions like they would, at any point of the game.
Question right here in the front.
Donna, Alicia hits the putback and you guys lead for the first time all day. Did you, especially when you got the ball back, did you know right then it's like you kind of pulled another one out, and just what happened on the box out at the end?
I mean, we were in the game. We fought our way back. We got the lead. You don't at that point you don't exhale and think you have the game won, because we've been in some tight ones the last 3 times out. It's just they made a play. We defended pretty well. I think the shot was kind of short that Lloyd missed, and I think it was Cable that got a beat on the ball and did the same thing that happened down the other end.
Question right here, Michelle.
Don, can you talk a little bit about the play in the front court? They had Notre Dame had their front court players had a pretty good game against you guys, and there might have been a lot of folks that would thought you guys would have had an advantage there.
I mean, I think they're not bad players. They're very good players. I thought what we were able to do over the course of 40 minutes, I thought we equalized what they were able to do early in the basketball game. It's going to take, for us, a rotating post play and the depth at the post play to kind of beat teams in a 40-minute period. So they got off to a really good start. When the game settled down, I thought we made them miss a couple of easy shots at the end of the game to get ourselves back in the game, and that is our depth, over a 40-minute period, taking its toll on their post players.
Question down here.
Don, can you kind of set up that last play for us? What were you expecting to see from Notre Dame, and what was the play designed for Tiffany?
It was just horns action, a play that was pretty effective for us, all game. What we wanted Tiff Mitchell to do was just kind of turn a corner, see if she can get an angle to get inside, maybe get to the basket. But they were hedging out, and they made it difficult for her to have an angle to get to the basket. They did a really good job at just shading her and forcing her outside of the paint.
Question back there, Mike.
Don, how much of the missed free throws going to haunt you?
Yeah, that's key. I mean, we left a lot of points at the free throw line, but still we overcame that to put ourselves in a position to take the lead. Had another possession after that. I thought if we could get that possession to fall, it gave us a little bit of cushion, but we couldn't.
Right here in the front.
Dawn, you got a lot of talent coming back, but just how hard will it be to say goodbye to Ibiam and Welch, especially Welch, who's kind of been here for the beginning of this?
I mean, it's truly hard to they leave a big void in our program. They've won a lot, but what's great about the senior class that's leaving us is they're leaving us with a legacy of leadership, and they didn't come in as the best leaders in the world, but they leave. It's probably one of the best leaders, one of the best class of leaders that we've had come through our program. So I think our players have taken note to how they led our basketball team. And if they are half the leaders that Ellen, Olivia, and Lisa were to our basketball team, our program is in a great place.
Michelle?
Don, I know it's a team moment, but can you give us a sense of what you've said to your team after the game already?
Well, I told our team that we came up short. Obviously we wanted to win a national championship, but I just hope they take note of how hard it is to get to this point and how hard it is to win a semifinals game, but also how much work it took. And we're not far off. We're not far off. We just have to, continue and get the experience of playing in the Final Four, so our experiences can have different outcomes.
We'll take 2 more questions, one right here and one in the back.
You've been in their shoes. How long does it take for the sting to turn into those warm memories of what they were able to achieve this season?
I mean, it takes a while till you get back, till you're able to, get back to a place where you can at least compete for it and you can taste it a little bit. But I'm glad our players got a chance to experience this. So they can get in the gym and work harder so they become better students of the game. So if we ever, got to this point again, we can have different results.
Last question right back there in the middle.
obviously you guys said at the beginning of the year that your goal was to win a national championship, and with the loss tonight, obviously your season's over. But when you look back from when really the journey started with training camp back in September and October, how would you describe, or how are you going to remember the journey of the season of you guys winning an SEC tournament for the first time and making it to the Final Four for the first time?
I mean, we did a lot of firsts for our program. We have a very memorable year, and I want us to enjoy the year, but I also want us to have a certain hunger, a certain bad taste in our mouths from experiencing, and being so close to competing for a national championship, that it will fuel us to be better individually, to be better collectively, so we can get back to this point.
Thank you, Coach.